はい、ホライゾンゼロゾーンナンバー、コンプリートエディションナンバー36枠目やっていきます。前回は、この地域の子供の王様を逃がすミッションをやって、マガツキのサンダージョーを倒した直後になりますね。そして時間が4分くらいしかなかったんで、汚れ地帯を攻略していたっていうところです。そして、鶏2羽くらいは倒しましたね。あと、あそこか。届かないのか。当たるじゃねえか。逃げんだバカ。うわマジか。マジか、こっち来いよ。はめ殺しできないじゃねえか。おいマジか。ダメか。ちくしょう当たんねえ。こう降りられんのかな。いや降りずに倒したいな。降りるしかないか。やべ、外した。
and quiet, doesn't it?
ミッションコンプリート。ヒガレコイルか、なかなか。
Pass the test. This will do nicely.
それはここ片付いたんで、まあメインミッションやっていきますか。
You look well fed. You'll get nothing from me. Off with you. Leave soon. What are the
balustrade? It's a short drop from there.
Oh マジかよ。普通に飛んでくれるんじゃないのかよ。
Always reminds me of who I am. No matter what happened, we are Karja, and we were here. More mercenaries? What sort of person? Have faith, my friend. He must have been so scared when...
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there. Other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, It's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
なんかラストミッションっぽい雰囲気出てるね。
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobek here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated. So by now,
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
戻る道はあるのか果たして。あるよね。
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
ポーランド語でどうのこうのってめっちゃポーランド人が暴れてるっていう感じですね。鎮静剤か。よっぽどね、ボードに近い感じだったんでしょう。
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
Smaller room.
あるわけないでしょう。 強化封鎖ハッチ。
Might need this.
それ茶沸かしてるとか、ポットでがないってんとか茶化してないで、お茶だけに、ハーブティーだけに。叫んで吸いないていたにした場合は、乱視で順番待ってる候補者に丸聞こえ。何の候補者なんでしょうか。
Please proceed into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
説明映像。
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
今なんか追加されたような気がする。 違うか。もういっか。
Kestrels. They got in through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Two?
えここからどう動けと。ちょっと冷房が足りないな。
The quicker we find the girl, the sooner we return to the sun.
あっち向け。よし。
Show yourself! Sharpen my
やべ、
arrows!
早くそれ変わったね。あれ、
You can see them. They can't see you.
どうやって回り込むんだ。
Off you go.
おっと、サイエンスできるかな俺。
Who?
できた。
Me?
We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
nothing the General said. Not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it, after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging, slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
マニュアルがあるんだな、しっかり。 なんでここにはしごがある？あ、あ、いけるんだねこれ。なるほどね。
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible. But it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
まあいろんな学者を集めたって感じですね。上にはもう何もないか。したらあれあ、見えない壁で遮られてる。ダイヤストライカー。
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Harris said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
その続きが気になるんですよ。続きが物語の核心ですよ。
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, Each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
なるほどね。
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? Why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
まあ言うてそんな進んでないよ。だいたいここで戦って、ここでなんか全部の敵のネットワーク破壊して、なんやかんやこっち来いって言われて、こっち行って、ここの王子を救って、でここに戻ってきて、最終ミッションっぽい雰囲気のクエストに入ったって感じ。今ちょうどこの施設で過去の出来事を推察してる。最高機密を超えたレベルの情報を開示しています。本施設からの退出を許可することはできませんだって。週最低80時間勤務、5で終わって16、1日16時間労働、平日だったら、7で割ると 11.11、 1日11時間休まずってこと？やば。家族とかの連絡が厳しく制限され、リアルタイムでモニタリングされます。やば。ご自身と直接のご家族、もしくはご指名いただいた2名の方を密封型居住施設エリュシオンに移送し、寿命が尽きるまで暮らしていただくことになります。 期限交流。期限で身を拘束されることになる。48時間以内であればこの決断を覆すことが可能ですが、それ以降はプロジェクト不参加の決断を限り下がります。交流中に快適にお過ごしいただけるような総務努力はいたしますが、外科医との接触が許可されず、ファローの再開や18ヶ月以内の死亡は不可避となります。医療的安楽死を希望しない収容者は解放されます。なるほど。医療的安楽死、やば。今回のご説明会社情報は生き続ける目的に疑問を呈するに十分なやり方と思われます。普通での医療的安楽死。48時間待機が義務付けられ、48時間は決断の時間があるってことですね。なんと良心的な選択肢。この週末にしては。
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be, atonement.
If you're still nauseous.
No. The inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No. Life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
You'd grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry?
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
See to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. He's kind of blue skying. It's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
強制送還ですね。
Medical wing successor.
メディカルウィングってことはここに安楽死した死体があるってことですね、多分。座礁した手枷入手してどうすんのこれ。コレクターに売るんかな。まだ道があるのかこっち。ここで切り裂くってことですか。やば。全部見たかなこの辺。あ、これ見た見た。
To be given the opportunity to rebuild what I damaged.
さあしたらファイアストライ
Should
カー
give me
を
the
持ちつ
upper hand.
つ次何フロアレッツラゴー。
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Oh, son, right!
今日ファイアストライク持ってんな。やっば。やってる場合じゃねえな。よし。
hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great.
途中で終わっちゃうのか。ちゃんと最後まで再生するか。
I hashed it out with them, what the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then
ラスト枠はラストにならないけど、ラストクエストかな。メインクエストは。
He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. When the project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
少し聖書恐怖症でもある。外した。当たってないのかそれ。よし、3本強。初めてこれ使った。あっぶねー。いや最後の敵だからね、固く設定されてるんだろうね。やっぶねー。よし、はい、オーケー。ファイアストライク結局使えなかったな。3個持ってるぜ今。4個かこれで。
Power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
体力強化薬。
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Souvet? Christina Souvet?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
芸術家意識が高いっすね。ちなみにさっきの話、ソベット博士の話によるとあれだね、なんだ、敵の中に、機械の中にあんま攻撃してこないやつあるじゃん。 あれがガイアが作った機械ってことになるね。新しく地球を作り出すための AI が作った機械っていうことになる。やったんだっけ。
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate. You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
やべえやつだなこいつ。カウンセラーちゃんかわいそう。したら次なる新天地へ赴きますか。
I can't spare the wait.
こっち行けへんから。多分地面食ってるやついいじゃん、機械の中に。あれ全部ガイアのやつだね。自然を再生するための機械って言ってたから。配電盤ね。
Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
左上、左下、右、左半時計回り、左上、左、間違えた。左上、左下、なんだっけ、右。
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out. Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me.
Maybe there's
Parker
a
out.
storage area nearby.
で敵同士が戦う時もあったじゃん。あれもだからガイアのロボットと元から作った人類のが作った戦闘ロボットと、あるいはそのハデスが作ったロボットみたいな感じが戦ってるって感じなんじゃないかなっていう感じですね。あ、これを入れればいいのか。だから同士打ちするときもあるし、同士しないときもある。
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
上、左、下。右上。 上、左、下、右、上。じゃあやっぱり機械版の文字が逆になってるんで、逆から見るとすると、下、左、下、左、上。の反転させての右、反転させての下。よし。
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
精鋭掘り手。音楽がすごいことになってる。なんか
For later. Gonna need this.
バレた。仲間の死に気づいたのか。まだまだだね。砂漠ガラスか。なんか分解できるやつあるかな。魚の骨あんま分解したくないんだよな。スクラッパーでいっか。砂漠ガラスの分解。まだいんのか。あ、開きはんなくなってる。あ、ファイヤーストライカー使えなくなった。最悪。誰もいないよ。誰もいないよ。あ、やべ。よし。止まれ。ナイス止まれ。よし。当たるかな。 めっちゃ当てかんだけど。よし。
Or not.
やべ。うわ、めっちゃすげえの持ってる。やばいやばいやばいやばい。デスブリンが暗い。
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Get moving. You have to find Gaia.
デスブリンが持ち込めねえかな。
Alert. Structural failure prevents access.
よし、とりあえず1個持っていくか。
This'll do.
あ、1時間経ったか。じゃあ一旦これ切りたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。それでは。